Hey guys, what's up? I hope you have a great day. My music is coming this week, next week, end of February, beginning of March. I will drop EPs, I will drop my album. And before I talk about that, I just want to tell you a quick little pet peeve of mine. Now, people are using the word Delulu, but I know it comes from like different fandoms. For example, I'm in the army, I'm a fan of BTS, I can say loudly and proudly. And their phenomenal dancers, great personalities and singers. So, good music is good music. And amazing lyrics, amazing video concepts. So, there are a lot of reasons why I support the Seven Boys and the whole staff and the whole team and Bang, the guy who created them. Um, but not people using Delulu. And they still don't like BTS and all these subcultures and all these international people and all the alternative cultures and music. They don't. But they keep using the concepts that come from there. And they don't use it in the same way, but they try to do their own thing with it. But it still means sort of delusional because it comes from the word delusional. Also, I'm a black person, so I knew about woke. I knew about it as a spiritual term, as being awakened to the illusions of this world. Also in philosophical stance. Similarly, as Kant said that he had arisen from a slumber when he seen his contemporaries try to explain philosophical problems, but their solution didn't really match, didn't add up. So Kant was like, no, awoke from my slumber and started to think about things differently. And yeah, then he came to many new realizations. And yeah, that's how things changed. But I don't want to go into much detail with philosophical history. Third word, for example, I was in Tumblr for over 10 years. And we were using the word fuckboy. FUCCBOI. With that spelling, to say that it's just any guy, any macho, but a certain type of person that is only talking to women, to date them, to court them for as short as possible, with an emphasis on getting physically intimate with them, not seeing them emotionally, and not wanting to commit and not wanting to have a future with them, unless they meet again for certain reasons, physical activity. Not people use that all the time everywhere, but so many nuances in how people use it in Tumblr are lost because they use it on every meme, on every reality TV personality. They use it on everything, on anyone. And that's what I don't like about it. Because if people really understood the culture that spawned these words, that spawned even memes were done by nerds, memes were by geeks, memes were actually to discuss like concepts in a funny way. It's kind of informative, educational, but it's also funny because memes used to be really off-brand humor. It used to be really like non-generic, literally, because we were nerds, geeks, like weebs, like funny people. But now everybody's making memes about everything. People are using memes strategically to start a career, to monetize pages on Instagram and on other social platforms. That's what I don't like. So people take what's fun and innocent and they spoil it by making it about money, making it about them, making it about main culture, mainstream popular culture, when all these concepts come from elsewhere. That also shows me that popular culture, the one that's dominated by, well, usually white people, usually males, usually, or dominant culture, usually is bland. They lack the spice, they lack innovation, ingenuity, and spontaneity. So they're just grabbing from people left and right, people they don't respect, but they keep biting that stuff. People have the aesthetic of Lil Kim and Nicki Minaj when they rap, but they say they don't like that, they're trying to cancel them, they're trying to say they're goofy, they're clowns, they're funny. But their raps don't hold up. I'm talking about female rappers. People talk bad about amazing artists, good souls, and call them, you know, called Michael Jackson, Jack of the Wacko. But then they're out there defending Jay-Z or R. Kelly or Donald Trump and other people, being like, they're not so bad. And you should try to understand them. So it's just stupid. It's really stupid. I'm not here to argue with you. I'm not here to start a conversation. I'm just saying, stop fighting words, concepts, music, sounds, and styles if you don't understand the culture, if you don't appreciate the culture, if you're not trying to add to something that is beautiful and that was meant for a certain audience. And don't monetize everything. Second point, not everything is meant to be for money. I am talking about money right now because money is important. We need money to survive on this planet and these societies. But some things are so precious because you cannot buy them. Because you cannot buy some the friend's loyalty. You cannot buy uh, true love. You cannot buy, the company that wants you for you and not for the connections you may get them in the industry. And rich people will understand me more than poor people. Popular people will understand me more than the loner that doesn't want to be alone and would love to have more friends or more people around. That's not really it. It's not about the quantity, it's about the quality, really. And I have been praying, and God has been telling me now to give my music away for free. Not just the album that I've been painstakingly recording while these babies that are making these noises are asleep, but all the future music. So my music will be given out for free. It will be on my website so that I can have more traffic and I can measure it, but it will also be on YouTube. It will also be on not Spotify because I don't want to do streaming services unless God tells me otherwise in the future. But for now, I have the authorization to just do it. In few platforms. Yes, see, he needs my help. And SoundCloud and Bandcamp. That's what I wanted to say. What's pink? Okay, so that's what I wanted to say. So actually, I've been thinking about how to market my music, how to make money off of it, and I will make money off of it, but it won't be coming from sales. That's what I'm trying to say. It won't be coming from streams on DSPs, unless again God tells me to put it on, I don't know, Spotify and Apple Music and all these platforms. So that's what it's about music. So I transitioned from ranting about people don't just appropriate words and music styles like jazz to benefit your culture, to use it as elevator music. Bossa Nova also revolutionary music was not just that. It's just nice sounding, easy listening music. It's a genre, easy listening, but easy listening is just appropriated stuff made bland and wide and palatable to an audience that doesn't know and care a lot about where the music comes from. Just like radio pop music. And yeah, the second point was my music will be out for free. So I won't tell you any more release dates other than the one I will drop the end of February. And I will be making music, but not from sales. I will use other things, but also other talents, other avenues. I won't go on all and only on music. I will not be Jonathan the musician who does everything else as a hobby or just, for himself. But I will also pursue the other things. The tricky thing is finding the balance. And balance sometimes means, like right now, I only focus on the music. I didn't write. I barely read anything, but I read more than last year. And now I've shifted to doing more literature, into more reading and writing and analyzing authors and analyzing literature history and conventions and traditions of novels and novelists and genres in the literary sense. So now it will shift more to doing more literary work, literary analysis and doing more of that because I'm also a writer. The music will be out there. I will promote it. I will do other things. I will get it registered in due time with the work that I will be doing in other sectors. So when I will sell my writing, my poetry, when I will do all this, with that money, I'll register my music, and then my music can be used for other streams of income, for example, sync licensing, because I need to have registered music so that I can actually profit off it. Otherwise, it's just like free advertisement, so people will know my name, but I won't get that royalty money that I'm trying to make. So that's what I'm saying. Oftentimes, I think about how our lives move differently than we wanted or we expected, and we have to adapt and we have to adjust. For example, I think about Moses, who was a prince of Egypt, and he was used to the high standards of a high civilization amongst black people, and he was out there, he was living life with the highest standards and expecting the best treatment, everything being handed to him, and being learning how to govern it and being seen as a ruler. And then he became a shepherd, also in charge of people, of human beings somehow, being, also having a father-in-law that was a priest, even though he wasn't Jewish, but he was a priest. But it's a more humble experience of life. It's a humble way of life, being around dirty animals and being outside all the time in the burning sun and being close to desert and water has become scarce. And there are no festivities that are large scale. There's no red carpet laid out before you. There's nobody tooting no horns to announce that you're entering a room. Oh, thank you. And after that, he became the liberator of his people, of the people that was the people of God as well. And he traveled to the desert for the remainder of his life. So what a life, what a biography, what drastic and sudden changes just because God called him and now you do this, or he no he fled because he killed somebody, but he killed somebody because it was his conviction. He saw himself as Hebrew and he understood that he was representing them from now on. So that's why he couldn't bear to witness the mistreatment of his people at the hands of the ruling class. And this goes out to all revolutionaries. You have to do what's in your heart. You can't just stand by because that's the norm, because that's what's legalized, because that's what's socially acceptable, or what's not apprehensible in the court of law in the moment. I don't care what they say in the international court. If the wrongdoers keep wrongdoing, you gotta keep fighting against it, because God is a God of justice, not a God of lobbyism and God of corruption. God is a God who says that people should all be equal before the law, not the one who is more known, more famous, more rich can bribe the officials and get away with the wrongdoing. So, if you're for God, fight for justice, fight for liberation, not peace, like Kwame Ture said. It was not about being cordial and being well respected and having more rights while being a slave. It was about getting out of slavery, because God does not want his own children to be slaves. Neither physical slaves or political slaves, not slaves of flesh, not slaves of sin, not slaves of Satan. That's why Jesus came to die, so Satan did not have us under his control anymore. He who is the ruler of this world, who's governing the world that he did not create. He can't do it for the time being, for now, until Christ comes back and takes control and the kingdom of God is established after people have all been judged according to their deeds and according to their faith, or the lack of faith in Jesus Christ. It is important to stand up for what you believe in. And I believe in good music should be free. I believe in the culture should protect itself and keep itself alive. I'm not here for the music of destruction, the music of demonic influences and mind control. I'm here for people that make edifying music, music that is saint and sanctifying, people that uplift each other with their music and with their art and with their science and with their education. Because we have a lot of false prophets and a lot of wrongdoers and a lot of people that are tempters, not just sexually on the attractiveness, but tempters that are appealing to insecurities and appealing to our pride in order to lure us away from the truth, from wisdom, from love, from generosity and thinking as a community. And I want to be one of the voices that reminds us of what is wise, what is good. It's funny, I like it when people say I don't make no sense, because God has given the wisdom to the children, and the wise scholars cannot understand it. He has taken the wisdom of this world and turned it upside down. He has made the wise of this world, yes, he has made them into fools. That's why I'm so proud to follow this God. So yeah, don't extrapolate stuff that you don't know, that you don't understand, appreciate. My music will be coming for free for people of my culture, people that understand my Christian, Afrocentric, and leftist background and reasoning, but also other people that are into truth and justice and wisdom and equality and equity and actually changing things, for the better. So that's what I'm saying. And I'm not just a musician. After that, I will also write more, read more. I will help people with learning languages, and I will also be, doing philosophical essays and talking to people about thinking differently and reframing things and having this perspective so that your life experience is freeing and not full of angst and anxiety and fear and doubt. Because the fear is a spirit, and the spirit of fear was not given to children of God, but the spirit of power and of sound mind. And with that verse, I release you. Enjoy the rest of the week. Now, today is Friday, um, February 23rd, 2024. On the 28th, I will drop the EP, Bescheidene Anfänge in German, only German songs, 26 of them. And I will also drop some English music, I will drop some music in Lingala, and I will drop my album. And there's not much more music that I have left in store. I have some songs in Spanish, I can tell you that, but I want to record more before I drop an English, Spanish album. So yeah, I hope you enjoy your week. Thank you for listening. And after all these announcements and all my, rambling and ranting and my philosophy and my fervent faith talk, I hope you got some lessons, and I will talk to you soon, as soon as possible. I'm here, watching the kids. My wife's outside, and we miss her, but the day keeps going on, and we will just stay strong. And before I head to the kitchen and make some dinner for us three, for the three of us, I just want to release you with the thought of seek joy. Seek doing the things that make you happy, that make other people happy. Try to help as many people as possible, but don't burn out. Do it in a way that gives you energy, that gives you meaning and a sense of purpose. And you should know that what you're doing is for the betterment of this world, the betterment of situations, and above all, for the glory of God, because He's the one who gave us the breath of life. So whatever you do it in a way that makes God proud. Not because you need His approval or His permission, but you can move ahead boldly and know that everything you do is because God gave you life and gave you talent. And He wants you. Yes, He wants you to do good with it. So keep moving forward and keep a close relationship with God, because He will tell you things just like He told me now. Forget the plans of making music with sales, because I'm talking to people that don't buy the music, just like I don't buy my music. Yeah, and that's why we're gonna do it this way. Free music to free minds. God bless y'all. Jesus Christ is the truth.